Hello everyone, welcome back to Facebook Lives. It's been a couple of weeks, so hopefully everyone's excited for a little bit of crafting. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes to see if anyone pops on. If you're popping on, please say hello, and if you don't usually watch me, let me know where you're watching from, because that's always exciting to see. So I've had a couple of weeks off from doing the lives, which has been really good. Hi Rachel, welcome. How's your holidays going? Much deserved, I'm sure. Hi Sandy. So we've had a couple of weeks off from doing these lives just so I could do a little bit of rest and relaxation. We're starting to feel a little bit burnt out, so I feel so much better just to have that little bit of time away. Not only did we have Easter, but I had a weekend away with my husband, so that was really nice as well. Hi Ingrid. Oh, you're happy to see me back? Excellent. I'm happy to be back. And actually, while you're on, Ingrid, we need to catch up. I think I missed our last session. I think it was supposed to be last weekend, and I forgot about with Easter there, but yeah, we have to catch up. Oh, Rachel, you've missed me too. Thank you. Been planting veggies in the garden. Yum. What veggies have you been planting? Hi Deirdre. Welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have you all come on. I was a little bit worried whether people would find something else to do on Thursday afternoon at 5, but I'm really happy to have you here. So we've had Easter and it's school holidays, so you might be home with the kids or the grandkids too. So hopefully you're getting some craft time in and enjoying this weather. I think today might have been our last day here in central Victoria of warm weather. Happy! I think we're going to go down to 18s and 15s and 16s, so excited. I love the cool weather, and this morning was super foggy and cool, and it was just beautiful. Rachel's got lettuce, broccoli, spinach, chard, Asian veg, and herbs too. Yum! Mum's actually been over, or Mum and Dad have been over planting a whole heap of veggies as well, and flowers have been shipped, Mum, so don't worry, they're on their way. Hi Ali. Ali's watching from England. 8 o'clock in the morning. Welcome Ali, and it's just a start to your day. Excellent, so happy to have you here. Okay, got a few people on, so that's really good. Did everyone have a really great Easter? Did you get away? Did you stay home? I must admit, our 4-day long weekend, we stayed home, which was really great. I think going out and about Easter weekend is crazy. I'd rather stay home. And I've got heaps and heaps of crafting done. I think I'm almost done for next month, so I've got all my projects organised anyway, so that's really good. Hi Amanda, welcome. Okay, excellent. I'm so happy to have you here. It's actually just gotten really warm, so I don't know whether it's my nerves after having a couple of weeks off, maybe, but yeah, hopefully I don't start coughing. I've got a drink there anyway if I do, because that's usually what happens. I get overheated and then I start coughing. Okay, so I've got a few on. Let's get right into it because I have tons to show you, tons to tell you about as well. So I'm going to pop the camera down. Bear with me for just a second. Hi Marianne. I've been prepping the veggies. Yum. So the good news is I'm going over to Mum's after this for tea. So I'm super excited to have roast veggies tonight. Hopefully I have you still there. I had a funny message come up. Hi Fiona. Okay, let me bring this in. How's the light, everyone? Is the light okay? So we have a new host code for this month if you're shopping through me, and this month's going to be a really great one, or this one and next month are going to be a really great one to do shopping with me. So we have our new annual catalogue coming up really soon, and for everyone who shops with me that is a customer in the last 6 months, you'll get a catalogue sent to you in the mail, so that's one great reason to shop. I've got some great specials this month and next month as well. The light's okay. Fiona's having tea at Deirdre's. Beef, schnitzel and veg, yum. Oh, that's nice. Do you live far away, Fiona? I know for Mum and Dad, Mum have just moved next door, so which is lovely. Nice and close to be able to pop over for tea or afternoon tea, just a cup or anything like that. It's been really nice. Okay, so let's start with the Facebook challenges. Now, I won't go back into everything that you've missed in the last 2 weeks. I will say if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. And make sure you go over to my blog as well. You can sign up for my newsletter there, and you can sign up for all my blog posts in the mail as well. And that way you're not going to miss anything because, yeah, I've got some great projects out there as well as coming up, so you don't want to miss those. You're not far, only a few minutes drive. Fantastic. Oh, that makes it really nice when you can be nice and close to family. I will admit, this is the first time we've been close. I've always lived in a separate state to my parents, so this is actually really nice to have them nice and close. Okay, so this week's Facebook challenge, and you've still got time to join in. This week is triangles, and I've used the Right Triangle bundle that's in the annual catalogue. These have all been stamped and die cut with the stitched triangles. Actually, it took me a little while to do this. I didn't think it was going to take as long as it did, but I think it turned out really pretty. And the ladies have done so many wonderful cards over on this post as well, so go and check those out. And yeah, come and join in because it's a lot of fun. Each week is a different challenge, and yeah, you can get a lot of creativity from that as well. Hi Jeanette, thank you. I'm so happy to be back too. I'm glad you've all come back too. Okay, so that was this week's challenge. You've got till Sunday if you want to join in, or you can join in after that, doesn't really matter. But I'll have a new challenge up Sunday morning around 9ish, depends on when I get up or what I'm doing. So it's usually up around 9 o'clock. Okay, and this week I've only had one video on my YouTube and blog. So it's this one here, super cute. It's using the Hey Girlfriend stamp set. And I thought I still had it on my desk, but I don't. There is so many cute little images in that stamp set. I think there's 3 little girls. Actually, let me grab it because I really want to show you. This is an amazing stamp for if you have little girls or teenagers, even big girls. You know, you can do cards for your best friends or for your nana or anyone. Look how gorgeous these little 3 girls are. Some great little accessories. You've got a little cat and a dog, balloon, and some really beautiful sentiments. So love this set. So I've actually just used this little girl here, but I need to play with this just a little bit more and do some more cards because I think it's an amazing set. And I've also done some embossing in the background with the stacked stone background stamp. Heat embossed it with Whisper White, and then I've done some emboss resist in the background with our blending brushes. So it's super cute. Love the colours in this one. And I've created the colours together so we have like a bit of a overlap here with a bluish tinge or a purple. And then down here you have like a greeny tinge with the orange and blue. So you want to make sure when you're blending colours together that you're choosing colours that won't muddy. You don't want them to go brown or black, or you know, there's some really bad colours that you can put together, so you want to make sure that you're spacing your colours correctly. If you're putting 2 colours together that will muddy, try not to overlap them. It's really probably the best thing to do. Yes, Marion, we are up for pancakes every Sunday. That is a given. That's a good tradition to have. So this one is over on my blog at the moment as well. Now you'll see there'll be a few different changes with, sorry about that, with my YouTube channel and blog coming out. I'm going to scale back just slightly just to create a little bit of time for myself. I'm finding with all the work I'm doing at the moment, I'm sort of a little bit stretched. So I've got to do things that are going to work for me. So you'll see these coming out, not this month, but next month. But they're exciting changes too. Nothing bad. Okay, so my Stamp with Tracy monthly card classes, the new one is up. The April class is available till the 20th. You can sign up for this on my blog and there's all the information there. I also have a video on YouTube just letting you know all about Stamp with Tracy monthly classes. For this month in April, we are using the Ice Cream Corner Suite. This is an amazing class. Let me bring it in and just show you what you get for your money. So you'll have a PDF with full instructions and dimensions, all those things. You'll get a video tutorial as well. And this is a product-based kit, so we have a quarter pack of the Ice Cream Corner Designer Series paper. This is gorgeous paper. And once you've done your 5 projects, there's 4 cards and 1 project in this class, you'll have heaps of product left over as well. You don't use all the paper or anything like that. Let me just show you that last one. There we go. So super bright and fun colours there in this set. So a quarter pack of paper. You'll also get half a pack of the Ice Cream Corner sprinkles. These are absolutely gorgeous. Purple Posy. What else is there? I think Bumblebee, Coastal Cabana, and I think Poppy Parade is the red there. Oops, that wasn't very clear. There we go. Having trouble focusing on that. And also a full roll of the Blackberry Bliss striped ribbon. This is so beautiful. Really, really soft. Creates really nice bows as well. So you'll get a full roll of that as well. And lastly in the kit, you'll have your card kits and project. So this one is 4 cards and a box. So super cute. And they are available up until the 20th of this month, and then after the 20th there'll be a new Stamp with Tracy class, so which I'm super excited. I'm working on right now. Hi Renee. So if you're interested in that, go over and check out my blog because all the information is there for you. Okay, the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, we have a new one come out just today. So last month was the Hydrangea Hill, which you can still purchase in over on my blog. But the new one for this month is the Ice Cream Corner. So I don't know, I didn't actually organise the two to coincide together, both my class and the suite bundle. But this is gorgeous. There is 12 tutorials in this bundle, $9.99 US, which you can purchase. It's an instant download over on my blog. And the projects in here are absolutely gorgeous. Highly recommend this bundle tutorial. And that'll be available all month. They are with all of them are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators in America. I'm the only one in Australia, but they are really wonderful demos. So go and check that out over on my blog. Okay, so we have some great deals this month shopping with me using the host code. So the first one, and the one that's usually always here, is the bundle tutorial. These are packed full of really wonderful projects and beautiful pictures. So really great ideas in this one. These change every single month, and if you're part of my team, the Inky Stampers, you'll get this for free and actually pop these on the Facebook group already, so go over and check that out if you're part of my team. But this will be sent to you for any sized order this month using the host code. The other thing that will get sent to you is the customer appreciation card, which is this one here that we're going to make later on tonight. This is using the Cinnamon Cider in colour. It's one of the ones that's sticking around with the new catalogue coming out, and it's also using a set that we've had in the annual catalogue that will be coming out in the new. So they're actually carrying it over. That's what I'm trying to say. They're carrying this set over, so excited. Now I will say with the new catalogue, a lot of my stamp sets have carried over, so I'm so excited that I'm not having to purchase a whole heap new ones, but this one is so fun and I really haven't played with it enough, so I'm happy that it's going to be around for our next catalogue as well. So you'll get this card in the mail, and also I have another special going on for this month. So last month I had the Dimensionals as a free gift for a qualifying order. This month in April, if you place a $100 order, you're going to get a full pack of these pastel pearls, which are so beautiful. There are actually 4 different colours in the set. Really, really pretty. And they're nice big ones too. So that one is for a $100 order if you place it with me. Alright, so I think that was all the big announcements. Let me talk you through the new catalogue, because I received that actually this week. I can show you the front cover. I can't show you inside, but look at how pretty that front cover is. I will say this is a really beautiful catalogue, and I know Fiona, I love everything, but there is some really wonderful stuff in here. I will be doing a paper share with this catalogue, and I'm maybe doing something a little bit more than a paper share, but I'll have to wait and see. I'm just in the process of organising and designing right now. But the really great thing, oh, you bought some and you didn't like them, they were too big. Fair enough. I think they are on the larger side of your pearls. Let me just show you. So I've got my big pearls, and I don't use these too often, but I do love the colours in here. I wish that they had like a bit of a selection of large, medium and small. I think that would be really good. I do tend to use a lot of the smaller ones more, but I think these are really pretty if you clump them together as well. Okay, so in this new annual catalogue, which goes live next month in May, there is some exciting news. They are actually going to bring in new kits here in the South Pacific and actually all around the world, because North America do have Paper Pumpkin, so they want to give us sort of similar to Paper Pumpkin. So these are smaller kits. They're going to be a bit better priced than our normal kits that you find in the catalogues. So these are really exciting, and I think I can show you inside here. So some of them are actually Paper Pumpkin kits, so I think they just make them a little bit smaller, make them a little bit more manageable. As you can see, this is the one that I did a couple of weeks ago, so this is going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to be able to do a few different little classes and things with the kits, so I'm super excited with that one to see what they bring out. Now, when I received this, I also received a new stamp set from the annual catalogue, because I'm going to On Stage on Tour. Actually, no, it's Stampin' Up's on Tour. And yeah, so we got the Etched in Nature stamp set, which is, yeah, there's a couple of sentiments, a big bush. Marion, I forgot what you said that one was. I say it looks like clover, but there was another word for it. Hi, Becky. A bird, a butterfly, and I do like the mushrooms. So, and we have to create a card for this for On Tour. So I'll show you that probably next week, because yeah, I'll have it done by then. So if you would like a catalogue, all my customers will receive a catalogue without being asked. So you can place an order now. And don't forget, at the moment we have quite a few specials on. There is the retiring list that's out. It has all the retiring products. Most of, oh, not all of them. Some of them are reduced rates, so you can get them a little bit cheaper. And we're also having a clearance rack refresh really soon. So if you place an order with me, I will be sending you out a catalogue as a great customer. Now, if you would like to get the catalogue a little bit sooner, and you would like to order from the catalogue a little bit sooner, you can join and become a demonstrator. Now, Violets, thanks Marion. You can join as a demonstrator, be part of the Inky Stampers team, and not only will you get the catalogues sent out to you free in your starter kit, you'll also be able to order from the new annual catalogue right now as well. So if you really can't wait, that is an option for you as well. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm happy to help you out in any of the questions that you might have. So I think that was all I had to say. We're going to do some crafting, and after we do our crafting, we're also going to, and I will admit, I've really had a good break, and I didn't do any alternatives for this one, but I will, if I get time, I will definitely sit down and do a few alternatives for you. So I just haven't had a chance. I really wanted to have a good break and feel like I had a good break. So we're going to be giving away all 4 cards tonight from 2 weeks ago's live. So if you left a comment and you watched, your name might come out, so stay tuned. Alright, so let's create this beautiful card, and I love how this one's turned out. We've embossed. I've also used the blending brushes, which I have to get out of my drawer. But this stamp set you could have used, I could have went with the chocolates, which I did. But there's also coffee, there's cocktails, and cookies. So you could certainly do quite a few different things with this stamp set. I'm also changing it up just slightly because I've grabbed my adhesive sheets from my drawer. I think I'm going to use those for our sentiment there rather than gluing them all together. I find I put that liquid adhesive everywhere when I use these smaller little die cuts. Oh, thanks, Sandy. Okay, so we have basic white thick cardstock for our base. We also have a piece of cinnamon cider for our matting, another piece of basic white thick cardstock. This is cinnamon cider for our sentiment die cut, and then I've got another piece of basic white thick for our sentiment here as well. So I'm using the cinnamon cider stamp pad as well as the in colour ribbon, and I really haven't used this colour very often, so I thought let's get out and use it all. Okay, so let's bring in, just grab all my stamps out. Now there is a detailed stamp as well as a solid image. We're not going to use the solid image. I don't think it needs it. Kind of day. It's a little hard reading these stamps upside down. Does anyone else have that trouble? Today is. So you also get to see my amazing stamps blocks that are nice and shiny and clean. Thanks to Marion, who came over the other week and cleaned them for me. You're the best. Because they were pretty filthy. And it's funny because you probably can't see on the camera how filthy they are, but they're bad. Or they were bad. They're really good now. So all the measurements are going to be over on my YouTube channel tomorrow. So if you want to get those dimensions, go and check that out. I'm going to bring in a foam mat because we're going to stamp our chocolates in Versamark ink and then heat emboss with the white embossing powder. And I'm just going to do a bit of random stamping on the background here. So we're going to cut this basic white piece down, which is why it's a lot smaller than our matting cinnamon cider. So how was everyone's Easter? Did you go away? Did you stay home? Did you catch up with family? I think we're finally starting to get, it's really hard to see in this lighting, finally starting to get a little bit of normalcy. I see that New Zealand's opened up for travellers for Australia, so maybe we'll get international travel before the year's out after all. Never know. Marion's just keeping busy. There's always something to do. Normally the natural light will pick up where I've stamped. And because we're starting to get into the wintry weather, I've got nothing but shadows. So I've probably stamped over my image a couple of times. It'll be fine. Let's see, we'll add the white embossing powder. So one of the new things in the new annual catalogue is the embossing powders. You're going to get them in groups. I did stamp over. There's a big mess just there. That's okay. A lot easier when it's daylight. Oops, sorry. Ali stayed home. England hasn't opened up much yet. Only allowed in some people's garden, just 6 people or 2 households. Parks and outdoors. Yeah, Ali, look, here in Victoria, we've had some really strict laws, and we've only just gotten rid of our masks, probably not even 2 weeks ago. And yeah, probably only about not that long ago we were able to visit family, so it's been very hard. I think no one would have predicted 12 months on to be where we are, and I'm just hoping that with this vaccine that maybe it will push us forward a little bit, or we have to move forward anyway. Like, it's we can't keep going the way we're going, so let's hope that with everyone getting the vaccinations, and here in Australia we've only just started, I think, this week to get vaccinations, and it's limited people, so I think it's going to take probably well over this year before people are vaccinated, if they get vaccinated at all. But yeah, I cannot believe that 12 months on we're still here. And correct me if I'm wrong, did Queensland just start wearing masks? Did I see somewhere that Queensland are now wearing masks? Only essential shops open. Other shops open on Monday. Oh, I hope everything starts getting back to normal for you too, Ali. Sandy said she went back to masks in Queensland. So we're going back to Victoria. Queensland are just before Easter. 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks is better. Like, we've had masks nearly the whole 12 months here in Victoria. And when our family went up to Queensland in January, and they had no masks at all, and there was no social distancing. It was crazy. That it was like as though we went into another world after being in Victoria, where we've had strict guidelines and rules. To see like no masks being worn was just really crazy. Okay, so I've heated that with the heat tool until, actually I think I've missed a bit, hang on a sec. Until it goes really glossy and shiny. You can see it in the light, you can see that there. So I'm just going to grab my blending brushes. These are ones that Stampin' Up brought out. They come in packs. Let me grab the right one. Packs of 3. So these ones here, I think they're $21 from memory. Really, really great to use. So I've got my cinnamon cider ink pad. I'm just going to grab some of that ink up. This is super juicy, this one. I don't use it very often. So I'm just going to dab just a slight amount of ink off. That way I'm not getting a huge concentrate on my cardstock. And then what I'm going to do is I want to, where I have my chocolate, I want to create the chocolates to be a little bit darker than the rest of my base. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do really lightly all the way around. Start off with it light, and then we're going to go back in where those chocolates are, and we're going to make them a little bit darker so they stand out. I didn't want the background to be white, but I didn't want it to be cinnamon cider either. Like, I could have just used the cinnamon cider card and started it with that, but I wanted it to be a little bit lighter. So I think this turns out quite well. And I think what I'll do is I'll make sure that my edges are going to be a little bit darker as well. Amanda says she's been wearing masks a week now. See, it's just crazy that we're a year in and states are only just starting to take those precautions. So I'm just going to bring in just around those edges. Cute. And I'm going to bring up a little bit more colour and just concentrate that where those chocolates are. So these are more like a caramel chocolate, I think. Sandy says Melbourne Airport was really quiet. Yeah, I think everyone's probably too scared to take any travel, too much in fear that we're going to get locked down, because it's happened too often where they shut the borders off and you're trapped. That's what I sort of thought when they opened up New Zealand. Do you imagine being trapped in it overseas? Oh, you had worn them before. Oh, okay, Amanda, I understand. That makes more sense. Okay, so we have that gorgeous image, and I like how the embossing really makes it super glossy on the background. So I'm going to cut that one down just with my paper trimmer. And you don't have to have any special measurements, just keep them in order. So I'm going to do this first one at 3/4 of an inch, then I'm going to do maybe 1/2 inch, making sure I keep them in order. That way our picture makes sense. I'm going to do 1 inch, going to do another, let's do 1/4 of an inch, a really skinny one, 3/4 of an inch, and that will see us to the end, I think. You can make them all the same length as well, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to pop these on my matting piece. I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive for that. So while we do that, I want to tell you a little bit about my husband and my weekend away. We went to Warburton, which is down in the Yarra Valley. Has anyone been there? Super pretty. So it's down near King Lake. So I had to get another glue out where the big fires were. Really beautiful area. So for my husband's birthday, we bought him a tiny stay, so one of those little tiny homes on wheels, and it was actually at a farm, so it was really pretty area. And we went there. We left here on Friday just a little bit after lunch and didn't come back till Sunday, so it was really nice, and it was so beautiful. It is a beautiful spot. Yes, Sandy. very, very peaceful and quiet. So although the tiny home was really tiny, like it was definitely tiny, probably the same size as a caravan, I'd say. It really didn't have, or maybe even smaller than a caravan, I don't know. There wasn't much to it anyway, but they had this gorgeous little outdoor area that was overlooking the hills and a bit of the farm and a big dam. Really, really gorgeous views. Nice to go out in the morning and have a cuppa and see all the fog lifting from the valley. And our first morning, so Saturday morning, we were just sitting out there, and I probably should have made it a little bit more room here. Anyway, I'm going to have a bit of a gap there. I might just chop that off. So the first morning we were sitting out there having breakfast, and I noticed there was a kangaroo, and if you follow me on my social media, you might already seen that photo of the kangaroo. Was hopping around the dam, and I thought, oh, this is lovely. Anyway, so I'm just going to chop this little bit of edging off. And then we sort of noticed, I was just watching the kangaroo hopping around this dam, and what it was doing, it was trying to get our attention. So I hopped over to just the side of where we were staying, and you could see there was a fence there, and hanging off the fence was like a white thing that was moving. And I thought, oh, what's that? And went down and had a look, and it was a kangaroo that had jumped over the fence but got its leg caught, and they were wire fencing, and he got his leg caught in the fence, but then the wire had wrapped around his leg, so it really caught him in there. Hang on, I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine, and we're just going to die cut these chocolate. Got to make sure I get the right one. This one's chocolate. So my husband went down and we got the kangaroo out of this fence, but because it had been in there and it had wrapped around his leg, it actually broke its leg. So it sort of just just come back to card for a minute. I'm going to grab my adhesive sheets out and just put adhesive on the back of this, because it'll save me a little bit of time and glue all over my fingers than using the liquid adhesive. So if you haven't seen it, these are the adhesive sheets in the catalogue. And let me move this out of the road so I can show you how I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to peel off the back here. And this should save me a bit of time as well. So I'm going to pop this down onto the adhesive sheet. And then I'm just going to cut around that cardstock. I should use these more often. I don't know why I don't. They sit in my cupboard, and that's what I should be doing with them. So that's now stuck on the back there. Tiny homes are all the go. You're right. It's a really sweet idea. I don't know whether I could live in one. I think visiting and staying in one for a short period of time was enough. I don't know where they put all their stuff. Okay, so we're going to actually run this through 3 times so we can pop the 3 together. So while I do that, I'll keep talking. Okay, so we got this kangaroo out. It had broken its leg. So we rang 2 different wildlife groups to see if they would come in and help this poor kangaroo out, because it just flopped down on the ground. You could see it was in pain. And they were like, oh, well, you know, we'll try and get someone out. So we rang 2 different ones. We waited pretty much till after lunch, and they kept ringing back saying, oh, we just can't find anyone. We're still looking. So we waited until, it was probably about 2 o'clock. and by this time it had actually moved from where it had fallen out of the fence to brush area, and we thought, oh, we'll just go and make sure now that it's moved that it's still okay before we went into town to get some lunch. And I'd walked around everywhere, couldn't find it, and then actually in the brush area there was actually a drain that was running down into the dam, and it had gotten down into there, but you could see it on the other side of the drain. So Dad was like, oh, it's on that side of the drain, it'll be right until someone can come out. So we thought, all right, well, we'll go in town and get some lunch, and we'll come back and check on it. Meanwhile, we went in, had lunch, had a quick look around, and we decided, well, we'll go back and just check, see how it's going. We got back and we could not find it anywhere. While we were in town, we got a phone call from one of the groups saying, we still can't find anyone, we're still trying. And we thought, okay, well, went back, couldn't find it anywhere. And the poor thing had actually gone down the embankment from the drain area and into the water. So super sad. But yeah, after the first phone call, they said, don't touch it, leave it alone. So we were doing the right thing, but I sort of think that if we'd grabbed it from the drain area, that maybe we could have saved it. But then the wildlife people said that if it had broken its leg, they'd be euthanized anyway. So, but that wasn't nice to happen. And it's really, I don't know. We have a lot of kangaroos around our area, but they are such beautiful animals. So I'm just try and get these pieces out, and that backing's making it really hard. Oh, no worries, Jeanette. You enjoy. I might actually just take that backing off and see if those little pieces on the inside come out. So I think these wildlife people probably need either more helpers, or I don't know whether it's more governed that anyone can't just go out to these calls. I did this because I thought this would be faster, but I don't know. There we go. Sorry guys, I think my husband's home. So I'm going to lay that one on top and see how good I can do it. Oh, super sticky, not good. Should have tried this before I went live. Okay, this is not going to work. These are just too delicate for my big fingers. So let me grab just a little bit more cardstock and we'll run them through really quickly. And I'll just have to put up with the sticky fingers from that liquid adhesive. At least I can show you what not to do. I think for the big images that works really well. Using the adhesive sheets. Use your tweezers. Hi Carolyn. I'll let you use the tweezers, Marion. I'll bring them over to you. I just find I'll probably fiddle with them too much and just wreck them anyway, so it's probably just quicker to run these through 3 times and see how I go. That's moving the camera a little bit too, sorry guys. So die cuts look really good, especially word ones, if you cut a few out and line them together and glue them together. gives it that little bit of extra dimension. You could also use foam tape as well. Okay, let's do take 2. So these pop out really easy without that adhesive backing on. So we got to see the markets, which is really nice to be able to go to a market. I don't think I've been to a market in a long time. Just looking for that other one. There we go. This one's got the backing on. One, two, here it is. I think I'm a bit rusty, everyone. Or I'll just show you what not to do. So let's group these together. I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid adhesive. So I spent nearly all Easter weekend crafting, which is really great. So I've sort of had a bit of a break from doing any craft over those 2 weeks. So that was really nice. So we're just lining these up. My big fat fingers always get in the road. Could be in trouble if I get lots of orders this month, couldn't I? Got to make a few of these. So has anyone been watching Married at First Sight? It's almost over. I think they've really gone to the bottom of the barrel this time. Welcome, everyone. Becky has. I don't think, do any of them are going to end up together? I don't know, it's not looking hopeful so far. I think they need to do better at picking people to go into the shows. Carolyn, is your mum watching? Hi, Carolyn's mum, Margaret. Welcome. Okay, so we've got a little bit of stamping. Let's bring in that piece of thick Whisper White. And we're going to use the cinnamon cider. So I'm just going to cut these out, fussy cut these ones out. So this is a big bit, we don't need, oh, that didn't stamp very well. Let's try that again. Oh, What am I doing? Three times the charm. Let's hope. That's better. Alrighty, so we're going to fussy cut these ones out. And I'm going to use, I find big handled scissors or big blade scissors help to cut out straight. No, I must have a weird eye because I can never cut out straight, but it does make it easier when you've got long handles, long blades. We're going to cut these down on either side as well. Did you see the classic label punch is going? It's on the retiring list. That and the stitch shapes. I am in awe. I'm not sure what they're doing. It will be interesting to see what couples get married. I don't know, I think quite a few of them probably should have left the show already. Not sure why they're there. Crazy. I think I might just chop this one down just a fraction more. That's good. My dogs are not happy. I would say that my husband's probably over visiting the neighbours across the road if she's barking out the front. So we're going to grab some of that ribbon and we're going to do a faux bow. So let me grab, you just need something that's round, a pen. One thing I don't recommend is using anything that's rubbery and has grip because what will happen is it'll get caught. It'll get caught on that equipment, so it'll be really hard to pull off. So I'm just tying in a knot and I'm going to double knot it. Now the bigger your pen or object that you're going around, the bigger your bow will be. Okay, so I've just double knot. I'm going to pop it off like that. And then I'm going to work out where the center is. And I'm just chopping it on an angle. Amanda can't cut straight at all. Beautiful. You're in good company, Amanda, because I certainly can't either. Okay, so that ends up with our faux bow. I'm going to chop off my ribbon. And I'm just going to use some tear and tape at the back of this. So this actually saves you a lot of ribbon if you like to be careful with your spendings. I think doing it this way you'll save yourself a lot of ribbon. So I'm just adhering that to the back there. I'm also going to bring in a glue dot. You don't have to secure down your knot there, but I find if you use a glue dot it has less chance of having any problems coming off. Yeah, I agree, Becky, but if they left a little bit early, they wouldn't be left with a show. I suppose they need that drama though, don't they? I feel silly that I'm still watching it, to be honest. It's really stupid. Oh, Carolyn, have a go at doing that because this is a good changer for me. I think once I'd learnt it, I've used it a lot over the years and so easy to do. So I'm just going to add some liquid adhesive to the chocolate die cut. So this would work really well with any of the colours. You could do white, pink. Early espresso would look really nice. Soft suede. Oh, these dogs. So we've got our chocolate down. I'm just going to use a liquid adhesive for the two other sentiments. It's noisy around our house today. Oh, good, you feel silly watching it as well. Good. I'm not the only one. Okay. Super cute. Now we're going to pop up with some dimensionals because we can't do a card without some dimensionals. So I've got my ribbon on there, I've got dimensionals. The only thing I don't have is a bit of bling, but I don't think it needs it. Yes, Marion, be grateful it's not Riley barking. Riley is our German Shepherd, and she has a very deep bark. But she's probably, if we're honest, she's probably scared somewhere wondering what's going to happen, because she's a bit of a scaredy cat. Our little Chihuahua dog is the fighter in the family. Okay, so we're going to pop this up. Super cute card, love it. What do you think, everyone? Just going to clean up my desk just really quickly because otherwise I'll leave it in a big mess. Alright, so that's the customer appreciation card for this month. So anyone who places an order will receive this one in the mail. But let's do our drawings for last live. So move those over to the side. These are the 4 cards. So I've got my names here. Now make sure that if you're watching this live or you're watching this in the replay or over on my YouTube channel, please leave a comment. Please share this video. It'll all get your names in the draw for next week to win the customer appreciation card for this month. So, and I'd love sending out my cards. Rachel's dog keeps looking up to see who's barking. That must be so confusing. Oh, thanks everyone. Yeah, you have to start using the cinnamon cider because cinnamon cider is only around for another year. So if you don't use it, you've just wasted some money. Thank you, Ali. All right, so first name, I've got one here. We have Diane Woolhouse. Congratulations, Diane. Okay, second name. So exciting having 4 cards to give away this week. Oh, I dropped it. Let's try this one. Jeanette McCracken. Well done, Jeanette. You have to let her know, Sandy. We have another one. Fiona White. Well done, Fiona. And last one, everyone. Glenda Lavender. Fantastic. Caroline says, woohoo, Di, she's my sister. We'll let her know. That's awesome. Oh, excellent. So I'll send those out in the mail if I don't have your address. And let's see. Diane, I don't have your address, I don't believe. And Glenda, I'm not sure. So I'll have a look, and probably easier if you do watch this, to just get in touch with me with your address and make it easier for me. Thanks, everyone. Alrighty, so let me pop that camera around really quickly. Awesome. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining in. It's been so great to be back. It's great to have a holiday, but it's great to be back. And I really appreciate everyone popping on tonight. Yeah, well done, everyone. That's fantastic. Rachel says she's thankful that daylight saving is over. I can watch without rushing. Yes. Well, I'm glad that daylight saving's over too, because I hate daylight saving. The only problem is it now gets dark and shadowy for our lives. But anyway, great first week back. Thanks, Ingrid. And we have to get chatting. Definitely. Excellent. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And I'm back next week. I'm not sure what we're going to do, whether I'll pop on those paper pumpkins. I'll try and do that next week. I might do something else, and then the week after we'll do a paper pumpkin. What do you think? That would be fun. All right, everyone. Be safe And yeah, I'll see you next Thursday. Just quickly, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel or my newsletter, could you please do that? I would love to be able to keep in touch with you with everything that's going on. So that is the best way to keep in the loop, as well as being here and watching me as well. All right, everyone. Bye-bye.